that God is looking for. That's where he wants to start, because if you're not right on the inside, you can't minister. You can go only so far. God is more interested in what's going on in your spirit, your spiritual growth with him, than he is in the ministry that he has called you to. That's what God is after. He's after you being made into the image of his dear son, Jesus Christ. That's what he cares about first. Before any ministry, before you're called to anything, what he wants is what's going on the inside of you. That you are transformed and changed from glory to glory. So I want you to understand today. And let me tell you something. It's not just a launch for you. It's a launch for me too.
Yes.
I want you to understand. I know what God is doing in my life. And sometimes it seems like you've taken so much. What? Everybody else seems like they're out there and they're doing it. What's the hold up with me? Haven't I been faithful? What's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Am I sinning? What's the problem, God? But we're not here in this room. We are not a shot in the dark. We are not a fly-by-night. He's building in us. He's building in me a firm foundation, because guess what? He has called out a remnant. A remnant for such a time as this. You see what's going on in our country. You see what's going on in the world. He's raising up ministers. Not no shot in the dark, fly by night, here today, gone tomorrow. But men and women. He's called out a crowd of women. There's a company of women that he has called out and called into the ministry. And he's going to have you settle on the rock, on a firm foundation, so that when the storms come and the winds and the criticism and the atheism and what's going on out there in the world, when that comes, you'll be able to stand. That you won't fold and give in and compromise. Come on. For our Lord Jesus Christ. So I want you to understand that God is working a special way in us. It's a little bit different than he's ever done before. But we were called for such a time as this. And I want you to understand it. So don't you get discouraged. Don't you give up. Don't you quit. Every single last person in this room is here for a reason. And I want you to know this is a divine appointment that God has for you, and this is your launch date. You write it down in your journal, and you just keep journaling and following and seeing what God does in your life. Write down what he has launched you onto, the next level. You write it down and you keep it as a remembrance of what God is doing, and understand that he is faithful. God will always get you exactly what you need, and that's why you're in this room today, because he's getting you exactly what you need for where you are right now. He is faithful. So I just wanted to share that with you today, and then we're going to get into the word.